Hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, happy lunchtime, whatever time it is. Welcome to.
Dude, you never told me.
We're sitting at episode 9 today. I'm your host, Devante, and with me are my co hosts, Alex and Anthony.
What's up, guys? My name's Anthony. In case you forgot, in case you're new.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Alex.
That's Alex and Anthony, everybody. Well, today we'll be doing our monthly episode of Dude, You Told Me. And I believe that episode 5 was part 1 of Dude, You Told Me. So going back, go take a look on YouTube. We'll put the link in the description to explain what we're doing today.
Dude, you told me is a new segment we like to do maybe around once a month for the three of us, where we're going to have 45 minutes. We have a few topics that we'll each take a stand on, a position on, and we're going to try to defend them, argue them, just have some nice conversation about why we choose these topics. And we're just going to try to figure out who's more right or who's just wrong and who should just get a new opinion.
Definitely not Anthony. That's for sure. Especially when he says Batman's better than Superman.
How could I be wrong?
I just told you how.
I just ooze 100% accuracy.
We'll see with some of these topics. Well, let's get
Yes.
into it. This is a very controversial one, so we'll see how this one comes up. Toilet paper, over or under?
Oh my god! If it's not over, we need to have a serious conversation.
So Alex is over. I'm
Yes.
also over.
Oh, we're all over. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's an
I-
easy one.
There's
No,
like serial
good.
killers out there that are like under,
Yeah.
you know.
You know people who prefer it under though?
Definitely. Okay, so what's the difference, like whenever you're going over versus under, right? Like it just feels to me, it just feels natural to
Pull.
go like this, to
Yeah.
pull it. Yeah.
It's like tape. You don't go tape underneath from the
There
roller.
you go. Exactly.
It goes from over the roller.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I think we're
It is what it
conditioned to
is.
do over. I think that's why.
All right, travel recommendations. We'll go from here.
You already know mine's gonna be Greece
Let's say it again.
because I think it's a beautiful place to be. Santorini's gorgeous. The water's gorgeous. Everything about the whole island area of Greece is just a beautiful place to be. And then if you want historical, they've got all kinds of beautiful structures. They've got the Parthenon. They've got all these different temples to visit. It's a really cool place, in my opinion. I know your mom might disagree, Anthony, but that's okay. We'll have a chat with her later.
She did not enjoy. There's not too much fun things for a woman to do and for her to do. She's not the most extroverted
Hey.
person.
Hey, you know what that means? You tell her that you'll go with her.
To Greece.
And then,
Okay, it should
You
be
can show
double
her
awkward.
around. Oh.
It should be double awkward.
yeah.
Anyways, my travel recommendation is Washington D.C. And I was giving a nice kind of cool answer. If I'm gonna give a fun answer now, your taxpayer dollars paying for the museum. You might as well go see them. That's your hard-earned money going to the federal government. You have your gosh darn given right to go see those museums. But they're really cool though. They have some really fun stuff, like Muhammad Ali's glove, Michael Jackson's glove. They have I think Ray
glove
Charles.
fits.
You must have quit. They do not have that glove though. They do not have that glove.
Our taxpayer money did not pay for that glove.
Hey, Anthony, I think you got a comment for you.
Comment.
The white dress.
Specifically directed to the middleman.
But what
The
if
white
your
dress,
wife want to
what
go
if
to
it's
Greece,
white-
middleman?
Middleman. We'll go to Greece because I'm sure I'll find something to enjoy about Greece. But
Yeah.
still, we recommend DC over Greece. You'll use your taxpayer dollars.
For me, I'm gonna stick with where I always want to recommend people. You should go to Japan at least once in your life. I think it's very beautiful. Go see the sakura season, March to April, and then if you're feeling kind of spicy, you can go to the onsen. Be naked in front of a bunch of Japanese people. That's always fun. To
Hey, yo.
That's the best people to get naked in front of.
do. You gotta go in the wintertime, but it's very cozy, and you'll enjoy some good Japanese food along the way.
See, Anthony, I'm telling you, that's why Devante wants to go to Japan with us. I think he just wants to see us naked.
Hey, I said Japanese
He's
people
already
naked.
seen you naked, Alex.
Yes, he has seen me, but that was just because of
That
football.
was years
I
ago.
didn't have a choice then.
Football.
I have a choice now.
Yeah, man.
The
Alex
locker
grew
room.
up.
Oh no, I grew up.
Oh no. Well, the next one. What's y'all's favorite animal?
How about you start us off, Devante?
Yeah, dude, my favorite animal is the penguin. I love penguins, and I love penguins because they they can fly underwater, swimming, but they look like they're flying underwater. And then the funny part about it is when they're flying underwater, they like poop in each other's faces, right? And then you're like, dumb penguin, why would you do that to your friend? It's just like a penguin going across the screen. I wish I had a video. Maybe I'll put a video up. But yeah, like you'll see them just flying across the screen or across the aquarium, and then they'll collect rocks. I like to collect stuff, and so they'll go and collect rocks, and then they'll like sit on the rock and make sure that rock is protected. Just like I do at home. I make sure that my home is protected. And so penguins, they travel in packs during migration season, or like whenever they're about to have their egg about to be hatched. And so they'll like travel in packs, and I always think that they're pretty cool in terms of like family oriented, but also they're just kind of free spirited. So mine is a penguin.
I think for me, it used to be a panda, but then I saw a video of my new favorite
Used to
animal.
be.
Yeah, it has now become the red panda. I saw a video
Red
on
panda.
Instagram of a person scaring a red panda, and then the way it just shrieks in like terror is the best. Plus, I have a whole thing of like, why do pandas like not want to like reproduce and not want to save his own race? I'm like, well, that's kind of why you doing that? You have like the pandas are like one of the pickiest eaters, and it's so hard for them to reproduce, and they're like, already endangered. So you're like, how do I convey to you, a panda, that you're endangered? You need to reproduce. You need to eat other things than just a single type of bamboo if you want to live. And they're like, no, I'm good. I'm happy.
Guys, before I say what my favorite animal is, I have to address Devante here. Your favorite animal is the penguin because they shit in each other's faces?
No, it's funny to watch.
It's funny to watch. All right.
You never seen it happen, so you wouldn't know.
And then flying underwater?
Yeah, they're flying
I
underwater,
gotta-
man.
I don't know, man.
It's like
Komami
birds
Kulo's got a
walking.
good
It's like
point.
birds walking in the sky.
That comment Komami Kulo is making a good point there. I feel like I lost some cells there.
Oh, keep watching. You might lose some more.
Oh man, I hope so. And then Anthony,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I can see you
What?
like a red
Yeah.
panda.
They're
That's it. That's all I have to
adorable,
say.
man. Just take a panda, dye it red and shrink it. Red panda.
Fair enough.
Efficiency.
All right. Well, mine's pretty short, sweet, and simple. My favorite animal is the lion. It's the king of the jungle. It's freaking badass. I mean, it's a lion. I don't have to say much else.
Isn't that a misnomer though? Lions don't really live in jungles.
That's correct. They don't live in the actual jungle,
A misnomer.
but
They live in
they
a
have the name
safari.
king of the jungle.
Well, the next
Ooh.
one is Cybertruck. Was it a good or a bad idea? And did you guys put in your $100 when they first were making reservations for it?
The Cybertruck.
No, I did not.
It was like back
Was
in.
I ever gonna buy it? No. Do I like how it looks? No. When it first got announced, did I think it looked good? No. Why they thought this thing is even worth calling it a truck is beyond me.
No, it's a
It doesn't look
Cybertruck.
anything like a truck.
Cybertruck.
It's cyber, man.
It's not even actually cyber. It's not even a truck. It's just an oversized sedan.
It does feel
I
like
wouldn't even
that,
call it
yeah.
an SUV.
Have you driven it?
That's my take.
You rode in it?
No, have you?
I have actually. I've got an
Is that
opportunity
worth
to.
it?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I think it's no, it's not worth it. The Rivian is better. Just go get a Rivian. I mean, it's
I
more
love the
practical.
Rivian car.
Yeah.
But I do think it's revolutionary. Like whenever it first came out, everybody was like, "Whoa," like it was kind of a pause, and then they didn't meet expectations, and that's when everybody was like, "All right, let's just get rid of it." Everybody had the Alex thought, which is fine. And then now people are testing it out, and they're seeing that it's not as hype as it lived up to be. And so I'd say for me, it was revolutionary when it first came out. If they would have delivered, it might have been good. But as of right now, I have to say it's bad.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a big fan of Cybertruck. It it looks too weird. I mean, I guess that's the point, so it gets your attention. Because when you drive by one, it definitely stands out.
Oh
There's
yeah.
no way you're missing it.
Facts.
And so, maybe that's the point. Maybe it's supposed to look ugly so people will notice it and eventually buy it. But I don't like it. I don't think I'll ever buy it. I find it very funny. It costs so much money.
It
Oh my
does.
gosh.
It might not even
It's
fit in your
an
garage.
insane, yeah, it's an insane amount. I've seen some like the new like the funny like memes and reels and TikToks about people owning Cybertrucks and all the maintenance goes into it.
Yeah.
I think Cybertruck V1 very bad. V2, I guess we'll see.
But I do think it, like you said, it does stand out a lot though. Like if you're driving down a road and you see it, of course you're like, that's the Cybertruck. Like everybody will notice it right away. But that's
All I know is I've never better see Vin Diesel driving that shit in Fast and Furious because
Ooh,
then I'm
man.
really
no, that
I'm a
man's forever a muscle car.
It's supposed to be bulletproof, so let's just put his family in there.
please don't
Then
do
when it
this. Vin
cracks, and
Diesel, if
then
you're
there'll
watching
be
this, you're probably not, but if you ever see this, don't do it, dog. Don't do it, please. But for the familia, please.
And then real quick, Tango Ops said, didn't a handful rust in the rain? Yes, there was quite a bit that rusted in the rain. And a lot of handprints
acceleration,
can be seen on that vehicle.
yeah, acceleration
Classic.
problems. It's a hot mess.
Favorite game series? I know y'all guys have this lined up.
Favorite game series? Mass Effect series. Still. No, actually, no. Uncharted series.
Oh,
There is not
Uncharted.
a bad Uncharted game.
Mm.
My
I've
favorite
enjoyed all.
Uncharted's got to be the second one right now, but I've also only played 1 and 2.
Whoa, you're missing out on the best one.
Which one is it? 3 or 4?
Four.
4, really?
Four is the
I,
best.
I have it, right? I just haven't gotten to it.
You should. It's
Dang,
great.
it's
If
time
you
to
want to
start playing,
see
man.
a well-conceived multi-game story of engaging characters, good quips, it's the Uncharted series.
Okay. Okay.
For me, it'd have to be Diablo. I'll stick to my Diablo series. That's probably the only one I played from, the original Diablo to Diablo 4 now.
Do you know the story of Diablo?
Somewhat. Enough to get by, but I don't know it like you guys would know your game series. I just love playing it.
If I got to pick a favorite game series, I think I'm going to pick Xenoblade. The Xenoblade Chronicles is just peak fiction. The story is twist after twist after twist, and it all comes together so beautifully, so perfectly. The first one probably has the best story of the 3. The second one has a really great follow-up and just really entertaining gameplay. I thought it was my favorite gameplay of the 3. And then 3 is just the love child of 1 and 2 because it's kind of similar to like the Final Fantasy series. You know how they don't directly like follow each other, but the difference being in these games that they have like a small connection of some sorts. So like
Like they
they
progress
are
into the
connected.
next game.
Yes, but like they're different worlds still. Like
Mm.
think of it like one universe and then another universe, kind of like a Marvel universe. Like you got like 616 and you got Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 616. Like think of it like that. Like you got Xenoblade Chronicles 1, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and they both take place in their respective universes, but they are connected in some shape or way.
I see. Those are pretty solid choices. Choose one sport to play for the entire year if you had to choose one.
So is this one sport to play or one sport to watch forever?
Nah, let's do play this year. Or yeah. What would you put your body through for a year? Cricket.
Basketball. Dude, basketball.
Really?
I like
You
basketball.
got
I think
basketball?
basketball's my favorite sport, honestly. I think
Basketball,
I've
okay.
favorite
never
sport
seen you play
to
basketball.
play, favorite sport to watch. It's phenomenal.
When have you played basketball?
Played in St. Andrews.
That's true. I've never really seen
I
Anthony
played
play
in
basketball.
college. Played in college.
Never played with
No, I
us.
didn't go with you to college, so
My intramural team.
Huh.
It's fun.
I've never seen you play basketball. That
You're
that
missing
answer
out.
shocks me.
I'm like Jeremy Lin if he was good all the time.
Oh yeah,
No,
if he was
no, I'm
good
not
all the
joking.
time.
I
Dang
love
man,
you,
that's a
Jeremy
pretty high
Lin.
standard.
You're an icon.
Oh man. What about you, Devante?
I would have to go with, I do miss football, and so I'd probably go
Yeah.
with football. If I could
Yeah.
play for a year, I think that'd be pretty. Get your body back in shape, and then just kind of keep up with it afterwards. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, dude. I think I'm right there with you. I think I would do football too. I'd probably even if I could pick a second one, I'd probably have soccer on the side with it.
Yeah,
Would you
both
play
of those
for
work.
an American league, or would you go overseas for
Probably
soccer?
overseas. I mean,
Yeah.
American soccer sometimes gets a little hype, but like
It's
down
growing.
south, anywhere
Getting
between
popular.
Central America to South America, like it's that is the sport. So yeah,
Yeah.
if I could, I'd play down south.
Definitely.
For Team Colombia.
Which team
World
would you
Cup.
play
Hell
for?
yeah.
Which basketball team would
Anthony
you play
already
for
said it. Come on now.
Me? I'll play.
if you had to
Gotta
play?
play for
You
the
could choose.
Rockets.
You could
or-
choose any team. Any team.
The Rockets or the Mavs, man. I got a soft spot for my home teams.
Okay. Texas.
Plus, the Mavs are
seems-
good this year. That's really nice.
They are. Luca and Kyrie.
Kyrie. Yeah.
That's true.
Where would you play, Alex, for football, or even for soccer? You kind of said, but yeah,
For football,
I'd have to go for my team, the Steelers. I would hate to make them suck, but I'd be sitting on the
I would
sideline the whole
love
time.
to play for the Cowboys, but
The boys. But
that
you want
would
to
be
win
a
a Super
mental
Bowl.
headache. Well, no, I think the Cowboys. Well, okay.
I'll give you so much
You know,
crap
here,
every
let
week.
me. Since you said it like that, let me rephrase. I'd do it if I didn't have to play for Jerry Jones. I'd wait till the man's gone.
You gotta wait a while then.
I know.
All right. Next question is PlayStation versus Xbox.
Easy. PlayStation.
PlayStation? Same. PlayStation.
Wow, y'all going PlayStation?
Yeah.
I gotta go with Xbox. I'm gonna go with Xbox on this one
Be different.
because
Alex, why do you?
Bruh.
Yeah. Why?
because I owned a PS back in the day, but then strayed away from it and then got a Xbox, and all my friends had Live at the time.
Yeah.
And so like to go from PS and then to go to Xbox, it was like all my friends are here, so why do I need to go back? Like the games are fun on on the PlayStation, but Xbox is where I kind of ended up.
Xbox, you can play literally all their games on PC. If you want an Xbox,
I didn't have a PC, Alex.
There's no reason to
I didn't have a
Yeah, man.
PC.
Do you have a gaming PC at
Yes.
the age of 14? You running that GeForce, the Nvidia?
Right. No,
40.
that's a very fair and valid point. But like if I'm gonna get anything Xbox equivalent, I'm gonna get a PC at this point in my life right now.
So
Like,
you'll
if
have
I'm
a
a
PC
kid and I'm-
and a PS.
Yes, I'd have PC and PS.
I see.
Perfectly fine.
You
I think for me,
still have both.
PlayStation has the best exclusive games. Right? Like that's how you get someone to buy a console. Because I can't play Spider-Man on a PC yet for like a year or two.
Not
It just
true.
came out. It just came out on like the PC.
There you go.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about like, let's think about when it came out. Like, would you rather play Spider-Man like 2 years after everyone else played Spider-Man? Sure, you could, but I won't play it right then and there. I won't be part of the conversation. And then what God of War Ragnarok just came out on PC. It's not even out yet, but it's about to be out on PC.
Yeah.
Like that game came out like 2 years ago. Great game. I want to be part of this conversation. I don't want to be late.
You also got Final Fantasy.
Exactly. So best exclusive PlayStation. Therefore, that's my winner.
And Girly with the
Facts.
curlies. They are challenging me. Name one Xbox game that's not an FPS or sports game. Fallout.
That's
FPS.
FPS.
Fallout's FPS.
It's
Yeah.
also
Sorry, I don't
on
play.
PlayStation. It's not exclusive. Well,
And
it might be now because they just bought Bethesda, but we'll see. Time will tell.
yeah.
You got me there.
I got mine easy. It's Fable. Fable Lost Chapters. Fable 2. Those are great games.
Yep.
Kind of went
That would
downhill after a
be the
while,
best
but it
thing.
was really good.
Diablo.
Didn't they announce a new Fable actually?
They did announce new Fable.
That'll be cool.
We'll see. They
Kobe
will throw
Kuzio says
That's a good
Forza.
answer. Komi Mikulo.
Forza.
Yeah, Forza.
Forza's a great game. And that's one of the first games I bought for the 360. Forza 4.
So now that we're arguing over consoles, now we got to go the real,
Consoles
the real,
and PC?
this is the real
Man.
question. Which one
Are
are you
you
willing to give up?
asking Anthony now, or are you asking Anthony 10 years ago?
No, this is now, dog.
All right.
If you can only choose one or the other, which one would you choose? I'm gonna say mine. Mine is PC. I just gotta go with PC, man. I could go without playing, because you can play most console games on the PC, but you can't play
Yes.
you can't have the same like you can't have like an internet browser on your console and be able to like do the same things as you would on a PC on your console. You know, like you have more flexibility on a PC than a console, because it's used for more than just gaming. That's just my outlook.
That's fair.
Right.
What about you, Alex?
See, I'm torn. I love my PlayStation. I love consoles, but then PC obviously has way more power. There's way more things you can do with it. You can play all the Xbox games. Eventually, all the PlayStation games come. So I probably would have to choose the PC just based off of like how versatile it is, and just eventually everything will be on it. So my answer is gonna be PC, but I do love my console. I will say.
I guess I'll defer. I'll say, honestly, I think I do enjoy the PC better, but I'm gonna defend console for a second. Consoles, you don't have to upgrade the hardware for a console.
But you have to
constantly
buy a
upgrade your
new one
computer.
though. Well, I guess you have to buy
I'll
a
buy a
new
new
PC.
one eventually, but like the lifeline for a console, because they scaled down all the games graphics to like 30 frames per second. There's no expectation for you to run ultra settings for your game.
Mhm.
A console has a super long life span.
Right.
You don't have to worry. You don't have to spend like what? How much did y'all spend for your PC?
Dang,
I
you
spent
got,
like
you got me
2K.
there. Yeah.
I spent 2K on my PC.
Compared to
We
a
don't have to
console.
talk about that.
Yeah, I paid
Enough.
500 for my PS5, and they can run at this. Maybe speaks to my quality of compute a PC, but my PS5 runs just as good, sometimes better.
Right.
No, that's very fair.
I can see that. But I still think console, like, it's very limited, compared to PC. That's my only gripe about it.
PC has some really cool like indie games, and modding is always fun.
Yeah, you can mod. Haven't they? No, you can't mod on a console yet. They haven't been able to
It
do
depends
that.
on the game. You have to find like a studio that's okay with modding.
Mm.
What you got next?
Horror versus comedy. I tried to mix in the picture up there. The scary movie is both. So, what y'all got?
Alright.
What y'all think?
I actually enjoy both, but I'm gonna choose comedy because it makes me happy. It is entertaining. I can watch it over and over again. Horror movies, it's like I watch it one time and like I get the the scared feeling, and then that's it, right? Like I don't want to rewatch it because now I know everything that's gonna happen. It's not as intimidating or scary. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go comedy.
Same here, comedy for the win. I think I can always laugh at the same jokes, but I don't think I get scared by the same thing too many times.
Mm.
Plus, like, why would I intentionally want to scare myself?
I have a funny story regarding horror. Back in middle school, me and my friends went to watch a horror movie, and it's like a theater full of middle schoolers. So
Nice.
imagine sitting there watching a movie, and then a scary scene is happening. So it's like, the door with the light coming out from the crack of the under door, and then like the guy or the person's about to come out, and so it's like dead silent in the movie theater. So imagine you're sitting there expecting like this horror figure to come out, but within that scene somebody just lets loose a wild one. Like they just fart, right? Like it just all throughout the movie, like you can hear that. It's just so loud that you hear it, and you just bust out laughing. And so like that like it just kind of ruined horror movies for me because I'm
Yeah.
like that's all I can think about is that scene and then like busting out
That
laughing
fart.
because it was just because it was just so funny, right? And so that's why for me I would say comedy because it always leads back to just that's kind of funny, instead of like having that tension of horror. But originally I don't really like to watch horror movies, so
So
but I can feel you guys
I
on that one.
gotta bring up this comment from the right dress. They ask, "Do men watch horror movies with their dates to try to impress them?" I'll be honest, that's what I used to do. Not to
I
impress
knew it.
them.
I
I
knew
would
it.
do
I
to
was
impress
really
them.
gonna say that. If you didn't
I
say it,
would
I was
do
gonna
it.
out you.
I would ask them my date if they want to watch a horror. I'm not gonna force them, obviously, but I'm gonna ask them if they want to watch a horror film, just so that I can do that, classic move of like putting my arm around them and like, oh, it's too scary,
Oh,
no worries, offering my arm for their protection.
dude, I'd be too
But why?
scared. I'd be the scared
Anthony,
one.
That's the
didn't
thing. You have to balance. Like you can't show that you're so afraid.
didn't
So
didn't
I
we go
never
to a
do
horror movie
out.
once together? Like you, me, and like this girl that you were trying to go out with one time?
Did we?
I want to say we
What
did.
horror film was it?
I want to say your quote unquote best friend at the time was there. No, this is like 8th grade.
8th grade.
Yeah, it's a while
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
Well, you know what? It
wow.
might have been freshman year. You might have still been talking to that. He was your best friend in middle school.
Anthony's been
It
risen for a
cannot.
while, man. You gotta
Initials
It can.
initials AN.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about, but like it can't be freshman year of.
Yeah, I
It can't be
think it.
freshman year of.
So what
Well,
was the outcome,
down that.
Alex? What happened? Did he get
Yeah,
the
what was the
girl?
outcome?
Did he get
This
scared?
this was definitely before your high school girlfriend. Did they get scared?
Yeah.
Who is
Uh,
this?
I
I
mean,
don't
you're there to
remember how it
experience it.
went, but I remember I ended up being interested in the girl too. So I asked Anthony
I
if he was
remember.
cool with it. And he didn't care.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. And so
Yeah.
this is a quick aside, but to refresh your memory, it wasn't. I was not going after her. She could not go out on a date by herself with you, and so you asked me to accompany you, and so I did.
The truth comes
Is that
out.
how it
what
The
went?
happened.
truth comes out.
That's what
This is
happened.
spicy.
I don't remember it like that. I
Yeah,
remember you were going
Jeez.
after her too.
no,
That's funny.
that's what
Okay, well,
happened.
I'll take your word for it. I mean, I'm good with
If
whatever.
it's the same if it's the same story I'm thinking about, and that's what
I'm
happened.
sure we're
You
thinking of the
asked me
same
to
person.
attend.
The girl
Um,
went to a private school, right?
yeah,
Yeah, then we're thinking of the same
and she
person.
went to our church, right?
Yeah, yes, I
I think so,
think
yeah.
so.
And that's how I met her. Yeah, that's what happens. You asked me to accompany you on a double date because they were not allowed to go by themselves.
That's funny.
I
All,
got
all of it always goes from horror to comedy. All these stories.
Or
Oh man, good times.
Best superpower to have. Which one would you guys?
I call last.
go last. Okay, I'll go first then. My favorite power would be telekinesis. To move things with your mind is too cool.
Like the
Because
force?
not only can you be not only can you be like moving things with your mind, you do force stuff. Have you ever wanted to the Luke Skywalker pull a lightsaber out of the ice cave? Classic, best power.
Okay, okay.
Man, I hate. So I have a cop out answer, and then I have a. Or then I guess I'll have like a serious one. But my cop out. Well, I have two cop out answers. Wait, one is like Kakashi. You can just copy other people's powers. I think that's OP.
With the Sharingan eye.
Hey, but if there's nobody else in the world that has powers,
Yeah, so that's my other one. Is you can negate other people's powers. So if someone's within like let's say 6 feet of you, COVID, you're able to be like no powers for you, right? But my
Why would
realistic
you want
one
to
would
take
probably
her
be like
powers?
Magneto.
Nito.
Yeah, that'd probably be the most realistic one, I'd say, because you could still lose, but it's still OP power.
All right, Alex, you called last. Make it worth it.
all right. So
And if you say Superman's power, that's cheating. He has too many powers.
Let's give him kryptonite.
I'm not picking Superman's powers.
You got to
No.
use one single power.
So my superpower actually is in relation to my favorite hero of all time. That power is healing. So I would like to have Wolverine's power of healing, and I'd like to amplify it a bit. I actually would like to not only be able to heal any injury that I ever have, But any injury that, say you or Devante got hurt or you got sick, I could use my powers to heal you too. I think
That's
that would
cool.
be a really cool
It's
ability.
been the healer for the group.
And yeah, exactly. Call
Plays that
me call
priest,
me
the
the
cleric
support.
role. The
Yeah, call me
support.
the
Yeah,
Yeah, the
for
support
support.
role. But aside
Unless I get
from
some bone claws too, then I'm gonna be the
The-
the ADC.
Honestly, man, you could pull off Wolverine. You have the look for Wolverine.
but aside
Appreciate it.
from the best power, what's the worst power to have?
Worst power to have.
Actually, one of the comments said something, or one of my powers that I would not want to have. Tango Ops. He said immortality, but that's the best power for him. For me, it's I would hate to have immortality. You know, just watching everybody die and you're just living. I don't know about that.
Cursed.
Yeah, that's mine. Is immortality.
I don't know. Maybe my worst power is reading people's minds. If you can't control it, that's like the worst power to have.
Yeah.
Because then you're just berated by like people's random thoughts.
That would be.
Mm.
And you,
Or,
yeah,
like,
if
what
you
if
couldn't
you
control
read
it,
their
like you just
mind?
24/7 just hearing people's thoughts. You can hear your cat's thoughts. That'd be pretty.
Yeah. Or like you
wild.
read their mind and like they don't filter, so that you just hit with every thought all at once.
Jeez.
Imagine being able to read Komemikulo's thoughts, Anthony. Sorry, Komemikulo. I had to say it.
What you got though?
Shoot, my worst power. That's a tough one. I think it has to be something kind of funny, right? For me, I'm gonna have to go with imagine every time that you blink, you have to go to the bathroom. Let's say that's the worst superpower.
Dude, you'd be
every
in the
time you
bathroom all the
blink.
time, or you need like
Exactly. You'd be
eye
running.
drops.
Right.
You'd
Have
be
you ever
running.
played the game of like I remember when I was in high school, I would like to or you were high school or grade? No, I think it was like middle school. I think Alex probably played this game with me, where you come with a power, but then you have like a side effect. And so let's take teleporting for example. Let's say you can teleport
We played this.
anywhere you want in the world. Whenever you blink, you return back to where you were.
Oh man, that'd be
And
kind of
so, like,
wild.
you're only there for like a
That would
couple seconds each time.
I saw something similar to what you just said. The difference was like I was scrolling through like Instagram or something the other day, and they said, imagine you had the power to teleport, but you can only teleport once the entire day.
Oh
So
no.
it's like you're just stuck wherever you go
Yeah, wherever
until
you
You
the
better
next day.
choose wisely. That's what that
Yeah.
means.
No, the best,
Yeah.
you
But that's
just
not bad
you
either,
save
though.
your teleport for midnight.
Not
So what,
terrible because you could
Oh
definitely
yeah, you
travel
could.
a lot.
You could save it for
what if you
midnight,
break you jump the
11:59.
time zones? You just
Oh,
jump international.
that'd be kind of
I
interesting.
imagine it's 24 hours from the moment you did it. Probably time zones don't
Probably,
matter.
Yeah. Well, we ran out
Wow.
of time, but we can go overtime. I don't know. Depends on the chat.
Let's do two more since we had that technical delay.
Yeah.
Sounds
cool with it.
good. We'll do best social media to use.
Dang man,
Okay.
I barely
Me
use my social
personally,
media.
yeah, I barely use it too, but I'd probably say Snapchat. It's just
Okay.
easier to communicate than text.
Boo.
Mine would be Instagram. Photos are just they're fun to look at.
Yeah. No, that's my choice too. Instagram is definitely the best one. I mean, Facebook, it's good to like stay in touch with for like, post graduation. Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it nowadays, it's just a constant shit show.
It's just a
No
new,
matter whether
yeah.
it's before Elon or after Elon, it is what it is. And then Snapchat is just constant click, 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 add, click, click, click. Like,
Especially through your
stupid.
snaps, man.
hey, only if I go to a concert. Only if I go to a concert.
That's like one of my
I saw the
biggest
whole
pet
concert.
peeves. Yeah. Well, one of my biggest pet peeves from Snapchat is someone who records basically like an entire concert on Snapchat. I don't want to see that.
10-second clips. Yeah.
Send me one. Let me know you're at a cool concert.
You have 1,000
Don't do,
10-second
like,
clips, and you're just
5, 10, the same thing.
and then you go to their what is it? Their story, and it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, see, I don't believe in Snapchat at all. I think it's a dying company and it's not going to be around for
Yeah.
for too long. It'll
I
survive a
know,
little bit.
man.
It'll
Once
probably get
TikTok
bought out, to be
dies,
honest.
Snapchat might come back.
Might.
If TikTok dies, I think Instagram will take over the whole like shorts, reels. You
Insta.
know,
Hey, man.
that's
You
where
bring
it's
back
gonna head.
Vine. That's what Elon Musk said.
Vine.
Bring back
Oh,
Vine.
Vine's out. It's
If Elon is smart, he'll try and capitalize on the fact that TikTok's gone, and he'll try and take over that. But
so I want to bring a controversial one, and it will be a throwback. 2000s
Ooh.
Nickelodeon versus Disney versus Cartoon Network.
Is this with the knowledge we have now, like given the fact what we know about like early Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider, all that crap, or is this like without that knowledge?
It has to be without that
Whatever,
knowledge.
yeah, whatever you just enjoyed at the time as a kid. But I mean,
so
mine
I'm
was in
I'm like back in 10 years old. Got it.
yeah. What were you spending most of your time on? Mine was not Disney. Mine was mostly Cartoon Network. I
Mine
grew
was
up on.
Nickelodeon.
Mine was Cartoon Network. Yeah,
Okay.
I love that.
But
That
I will
was
give
your
it to you,
favorite
Anthony. Mine
show?
was like Nick as a kid, like a super kid, like Nick Jr. You know,
Yeah.
I like Nick Jr.
I did not watch Nick Jr., but I watched so much like SpongeBob, so much Fairly Odd Parents,
I
as
watched
well
that
as
too.
Danny Phantom. Oh my god, that's awesome.
okay.
You
Last
doing some
Airbender,
throwbacks.
great.
The white
Danny
dress says
Phantom
which
was
Cartoon
awesome.
Network shows though? Oh, you know, Camp.
Pizza
So
French
Camp
fry.
Camp
Laszlo.
Laszlo.
Camp
Yeah.
Laszlo, we're already thinking the same thing, Devante.
I watched Codename Kids Next Door.
KND.
Yes.
Baby, that was a good
Billy
one.
and Mandy. Y'all remember the crossover?
Billy
Yeah.
and Mandy. The spy.
Love
He
that.
had a spider son.
They had what else did they have? They had
Dude, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Foster's
Yeah, that's a
Home.
good one.
Yep. Yep.
On the
They had
Nickelodeon side,
Powerpuff Girls. They had Justice League Unlimited.
those were like
Yeah.
the
That's
Unlimited
Toonami.
on
though.
Cartoon Network. I thought Limited was on like CW Kids or Fox
It
Kids.
might
or
have been
whatever.
on both. I'm pretty confident it was on there. Well, if it wasn't, then sorry. You can edit that part and let me know.
Yeah, I was about to say, do we
Um,
involve Toonami and Cartoon Network, or is that a separate?
yes, Toonami is
unfortunately,
Cartoon
I don't think
Network.
you can. I don't think
Yeah,
you should. It's its own world.
It was
How can-
literally on
How can you
Cartoon
beat
Network.
out like watching Naruto and One Piece and Bleach and all
Exactly.
that
That's
stuff?
where my anime started, Anthony. You can't take that away
Same.
from me.
Yeah, that's where I got to watch Dragon Ball all the time.
You know the frustration I had waiting every week to watch the next episode and then coming to it and then knowing that's a filler. Man, that shit pissed me off. You know, you're just like watching and you're like, yes, let's get into the good part, and then a filler pops up and you're just like, okay.
I can imagine that being extremely frustrating when you were watching Bleach back in the day because they literally would make a whole filler arc in the middle of like a major arc.
Yes. And then they would restart it over. Like they wouldn't continue it. Like they would restart it, and I'm like, what was the point of me watching every week?
forgot,
I'm
that's
just wasting my time. And then I found out about the internet. I can just watch it there.
My favorite is you start watching Toonami for like Naruto and for I think Attack on Titan for a time. You get into Robot Chicken and then you fall asleep and you wake up and it's like some random like Yu Yu Hakusho at the very end of it.
Yeah, Yu Yu
Or
Hakusho
Inuyasha.
was
It
good
like,
too.
like, oh, I don't know anything about Inuyasha.
I love how none of us give Disney love.
I just didn't watch it.
I enjoyed Disney. I just, it's just Cartoon Network was better. It had it. Ooh, you know what else it had? You ever watch Ben 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben 10 was really good.
That was a good show. I really enjoyed that one. Ooh, Teen Titans. That was on Cartoon Network. You can't argue that one.
That's a good one. Wait,
Teen
do you
Titans
remember,
Go?
Like I think what's it called? Jet XD. Remember that?
You mean
channel?
Johnny Test?
No, it's like a channel. Is it called like Jet something like that? I think
Generator
that was
Rex?
Power Rangers.
Yeah, I think that was on Disney though.
It was. Okay.
Power Rangers
it
was
Dis-
Disney.
I think it was Disney
That's
XD.
why I watched Power Rangers. A lot.
Oh, you're talking about Jetix. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was Disney.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, they had like a separate channel for that. But
Well, it was still Disney, but it's kind of like saying Toonami and Cartoon Network.
and then now
Fair.
look at us. None of us watch Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. We're all watching Disney.
Yeah. Disney Plus, man.
Yeah.
Plus,
Well, as we come to the end of our topic list, what was your favorite topic, or which answers were the most surprising out of the ones that we did tonight?
Most surprising was definitely when was it? It was something Anthony said earlier. Oh, I had it on the top of my head. Anthony, you go. I'm gonna think about it.
My, I think of all the ones that we answered, it's kind of straightforward. Actually, I thought Alex would say console when it came to PC versus console.
Yeah,
Because I
as
feel like
much.
a lot of times he's playing his PS5, playing on like the portable version, stuff like that. I feel like if Alex were to buy a game, it'd be first on his console, then on the PC.
No, that's true. I would. I like I said, I love my console. I really do. I just the only reason I would say PC is just because I feel like it's just stronger and like you can do everything that a PC can on I'm sorry, that a console can on the PC.
Mm.
So that's the only reason I give PC the edge, but like I probably would like I would own a console before I would own a PC.
Yeah, you would buy the next Switch, the next PlayStation, the next whatever
Right.
before
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine would probably have to be the horror and comedy, as the white dress mentioned. Anthony, the Riz King, taking girls to the movies to be able to
I was
get the subtle
gonna
touches.
our after show. But like the last one I did was for I think it was Ouija 2. Is that the one? Yeah, Ouija, the sequel to Ouija board or whatever. That's the last one that's the last one I pulled that technique. Um I don't really watch horror films with my wife, and I don't think we've ever really watched horror films.
Because
And
Yeah,
you're
the only
not
you,
time that
dating her
ever
anymore.
yeah, you
happened
already
was
got the Riz.
well, it's like we watched Logan, and she hit on my arm for Logan, but that's not really a horror film.
Logan was
I'm
just
gonna
a
have
good
to ask her
movie.
about that one. That's my favorite Wolverine movie.
Did you figure out what you were thinking, Alex?
Yes, I did. So thank you for giving me the time. It was when Anthony said his favorite sport was basketball.
Yeah,
Definitely
basketball.
that answer threw me for a
I
loop
love basketball. I
or
think
threw me for a
basketball
hoop.
is the best.
For a hoop.
I think basketball is the best sport to
Sorry,
watch
I had
and
to
to
say
play.
that bad joke.
So it's so like it's so a fast action. I feel like you have like runs that are so intense. If you go like 10-2, a run in 10-2, it's like that's a huge game changing moment. For football, it's a bit slower. It's like you could have a good drive, but a good drive is like still you know 3
Yeah.
minutes or so. And I feel like unless the game's a blowout in basketball, it's always a really a fun game to watch. Football, sometimes if it's a close game, it means that no one's scoring any points, and it can kind of get tedious to watch. Like if both teams are doing terrible on offense.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised you chose basketball. I've never seen you play basketball, let alone asked you to play basketball. So
Basketball, I thoroughly enjoyed it. When I
See,
was
if
taller, I
anything,
played center. Now I'm like probably a shooting guard, but I can't jump over shit.
if I would have guessed for you, Anthony, it would have been probably either football or soccer. Truth be
Or
told,
golf.
golf is
Now
I
not a
like
never
bad
would have
one.
guessed golf.
for me, it's now basketball and golf. That's what I would play.
Fair enough.
Well, thank you everyone for joining in tonight. I know we had some technical difficulties, but thank you for standing by and still supporting us afterwards. And anything else that you guys want to add?
As kind of mentioned in the beginning, we're always looking for new topics for Dude You Told Me episodes, even just for our weekly episodes. If there's like a conversation, a topic you want to hear the three of us talk about, leave it in our YouTube a comment section. You can definitely reach out to us on our website. We love to hear from you. We love to create a community for all you wonderful listeners out there.
And I just wanted to say to everyone watching, so I'm actually making a quick announcement for next week. I will not be attending. As it turns out, I'm going to Colombia for the next week. So the show's gonna be just run by my two best friends, Anthony and Devante here. They're gonna do a duo act, and I wish them the best of luck without me. I'm sure they're gonna do just fine, but don't give them too much of a hard time, or maybe do. I don't know. I'll leave it to y'all. But I'll miss you guys for a week.
We'll miss you too, man. It'll be a fun in
Sure.
Colombia. We'll do a travel story redux of our most recent travels. So you gotta tell us about it.
Yeah, I will gladly share everything I can. I'm so excited to go.
But for now, thank you guys and have a great night.
Peace.